What up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy Big Cal, man. Man, you know what it is, man. Boy Big Cal, man. What is edition of TNT Airways. Texas, man. My black melanated skin, man. Popping, man. Shit over here. Man, under some ismal circumstances, man. But we got to talk about it. We got to bring light to it. Man, we got to bring clarity and you know, it's another perspective to this situation, man. Tragic situation that happened out here in spring. What is it? In Illinois, Springfield, Illinois, I believe. Outskirt of Chicago, man. Turn this music down just a little bit. Hope y'all hearing me good, man. Microphone test 1 2 1 2. Just got done hitting the weights. Just got done getting my workout in. Now it's time to put this work in, man. Straight up. So, man, I know it's the talk of the town. It's the talk of the city. It's going hot, man. In the United States, it's boiling hot, just like George Floyd, man. It's like I said, man, it's a turbulent time right now, man. So the footage has been released, man. I had talked about this earlier. I was gonna come back and make another video, but the footage has been released to the public. The body cam footage of the officer who slain his sister, man. Man, Miss Massey, man, Miss Sonya Massey, man. It's a damn shame, dude. It's a damn shame, man. But we got to talk about it, man. We got to push on as a people. Got to keep it real. Got to keep it hot. And, you know, man, we got to do what we got to do, man. Straight up, man. It's some wild shit, dude. That video, man, and as I said before, man, it's a damn snuff film, dude. Literally murder on film, man. A clear-cut case of murder on film. And man, like I said, they had already described the scene and the situation previously. And like I seen the father of Miss Sonya Massey got interviewed by Gayle King, and also I've seen videos of her son. You know, talking about how basically there was a cover-up job being done on the whole situation. You know, they conflicting stories of self-inflicted gunshot wounds, and just a myriad of, you know, things that a lot of the black folks already feel systemically is rooted in racism, and just like I said, just a systemic cast of depreciation of white bodies and white people. I mean, black bodies and black lives. You know what I'm saying? Just through the hands of white supremacy. So, man, we just got to keep it real. We got to keep it hot, man. You know, everything we seen online on that video was exactly how we thought it was going to be. And like I said, I got the video here. I'm going to go ahead and play it just so everybody can get into that mood and in that feeling and that spirit and in that essence of what really transpired that night out there in Illinois, man. And like I said, man, it's not for the weak of heart. But it does give transparency to what transpired that night. And man, I'm going to go ahead and play it real fast, man.
Previous to your car?
Previous, yeah.
What was the damage?
Dent, I believe.
Well, what about windows?
Oh, it was something that happened earlier.
Okay, perfect. What is your last name? Shouldn't have to think about your last name. You're not in trouble. I just need to
Massey.
test.
Massey.
What happened? You have an ID? That makes things so much easier. I just driver's license will do, and I'll get out of your hair.
I want to show y'all my paperwork.
I will get your paperwork.
What paperwork?
I got some paperwork.
Well, just get your ID.
Well, let's get your ID first, and then
one task at a time here.
Okay.
Here, grab your ID for me.
Okay.
Your ID. One task at a time. So let's do an ID, and then you can dig around for your paperwork.
I don't know where my ID
you
is.
guys have that stack right there, maybe.
1 second.
Check on first.
I need this.
We don't need a fire while you're here.
Right.
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I was refused you in the name of Jesus.
Huh?
Refused you in the name of Jesus.
No, that's where I got you drink face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Drop the pot.
Each
Headshot wound to the female. Headshot wound to the female. 1078.
I was on. I'm gonna go get my kit.
Now, if you head, she's done. You can go get it, but that's a headshot. Yeah, I'm not. Hey, look, it's feet too. You good?
I'm good. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Also good. There's nothing we can do, man. You good? Alright. Well, I mean, you know, what else do we do? I'm not taking hot boiling water and it already reached us.
They got a 52 en route.
Yeah, 1078. She's still breathing, but she's losing a lot of blood from the head. I'll go get my med kit.
Go get, hurry, get your med kit.
I mean, there's not much we can do.
We can at least try and stop the blood.
Yeah, man. As you can clearly see, man, a clear-cut case of, man, how white supremacy, man, they dehumanize black bodies, man. They treat us like nothing. Animals, actually, animals wouldn't be treated this poorly, man. In all honesty, man, they shot her in cold blood. Everybody can see that lady didn't rush. She went and crouched in a defensive position to get away from having the firearm drawn and pointed at her by this idiot piece of shit, in my opinion, racist ass cop. Let's keep it real, man. In my opinion, he's a racist piece of shit cop. You know, let's just keep it 100. Let's keep it 10. The law was not upheld that night in no way, form, or fashion. With any type of law enforcement and protecting and serving being done that night. It was a clear-cut case of murder, cold-blooded murder. And anybody who would say otherwise, I don't know what footage you watch. Yeah, man, it's very disturbing, very, very disturbing, man. And it's just like it's disheartening when you think about progress in this country. You know, especially between race relations and relationships between cops and the black community, and systemically and historically what's transpired as far as oppression and how law enforcement got its roots from slave catchers, et cetera, et cetera. And as I said, man, the dehumanizing of black people that's rampant in America is really just, like I said, it's daunting, man. It's disheartening, it's daunting, it's disturbing, it's sickening. And anybody that's trying to make excuses for this shit, man, you really need to evaluate yourself and take a deeper look at yourself, man. But it's a wild situation in America that black people, melanated people, people of color are faced with on a daily, man. As I discussed in my earlier video, man, she called them, as they said, she called them. And if you look at her energy, man, she looked like she was in fear for her life. She didn't want to give the cops her name. I don't even know. This as a learning tool. I don't even know why she invited or she let them into her house. Personally, I'm not blaming this young sister or this sister for what happened. Oh, shit, man. In no way, form, or fashion should you ever invite the police into your house, into your domicile. Never, motherfucking never. Especially if they're of the colonizer variety. You even see it in her mannerisms, you see it in her behavior and her actions. Like I said, she's apprehensive to even give her ID and her information out. She just looks in fear, just to say the least. Now that what she said, it kind of went over my head as far as I rebuke you in the name of whatever she said. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I think is what she said. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Is what she said before. That's what triggered this devil. That's what triggered this devil right here, man. She said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." Now that kind of confused me in the whole back and forth banter between the cops. As I said, whenever you invite a cop, especially a caveman, Caucasian, uh, colonizer cop into your domicile, you are at risk of either being arrested for them trying to find some type of reasoning to arrest you. Whether like I said, Illinois is a state with legal marijuana, but stuff like that, petty crimes where they can try to find paraphernalia, anything. If it's one of them states, maybe you whatever. If you got maybe you a party or you got to put your party utensils up, whatever the fuck, who knows? They're looking for things that they can charge you with. Warrants. Like I said, if you in one of the states where marijuana is illegal, they're trying to looking to find any type of paraphernalia to charge you additionally, in my opinion. I mean, these is facts. These tactics that these criminals play is just it says it's nothing new under the sun, man. Nothing new that they can transpire in the sun, man. They got the same old bait and switch tactics, man. That's why I say, unfortunately, the mistake that she did make was allowing these devils into her home, man. Straight up, we have that conversation out on the front porch. There's no reason for you to enter her home. Absolutely no reason for them to have entered her home. So, so that in itself just already seemed like, I don't know, premeditated in my opinion. They were trying to set something up because God knew the girl was nervous, her energy was nervous. She didn't want them around. He said he wanted to get his idea and get out her hair. In my opinion, there was no reason for you to even be in her hair in the first place. There was no reason for you to be up and around them at all. To me, it doesn't make sense to me. See what I can do. See if I can get that video, but yeah, man, like I said, video is out. Videos out, public consumption, man, and I really do feel like this is just the optics of it, in the truth and the transparency, man. This is not the end, in my opinion. I feel like it's going to be definitely going to be some type of blowback from this, or the level of which I do not know, but I really do not care. I feel like this needs to people need to make a big stink about this, in my opinion. People do not need to let this go unchecked. They need to raise hell, in my opinion. Raise hell, man. Awaken, your ancestors and do it for her. If you ain't gonna do it for nobody, do it for her. Do it for the Sonya. Raise hell. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that justice is served. And that shit like this never transpires again, man. Straight up. And then I say, as a black person, it's very disheartening. As a black person in America, it's very, very fucking disheartening to see shit like this still transpiring in 2024, where, like I said, just racist devils with badges. You know what I'm saying? Racist weasel ass devils with badges who can't control their impulses, looking for any opportunity to open fire on a black body because they feel like they're unloved. They feel like black people are useless in their eyes, are expendable in their eyes. Nobody's gonna miss a nigga, basically, and they're gonna be able to cover things up and paint the situation how they want to paint it, and that'll be the end. Because because the white man says so, basically. Because I'm white and I'm right. But I'm telling you, man, the only way that you gotta answer fire with fire, man. Like, nobody's gonna respect tweets, YouTube videos, all this shit that we, do and perpetrate out here, man. Nobody's gonna give a fuck about none of this shit. None of this shit really make a difference other than waking folks up and trying to, put a message into somebody else's mind, and rally the troops. So it's got to be actionable. Everything got to be actionable in situations like this because they were actionable. He didn't hesitate to take her life. He looked at her, as I said, as suspendable, as useless. So I don't know. As black people, man, we gotta, like I said, it's got to be something done. This shit is George Floyd on steroids. You know what I'm saying? George Floyd situation had a lot of moving parts in it. It still was wrong. Still was very much so what they did was wrong. They used excessive force on the man, to suffocate him. But ultimately, man, this right here, in my opinion, is 10 times worse, man. The woman didn't resist. The woman didn't do anything that threatened the life and the safety of the officers. It was just a pure seem. I ain't even gonna call it a misunderstanding. I'm gonna call it he took it how he wanted to take it. It was a straight up murder, cold blooded. This was not no mistake in what was he heard. He heard her plain and simple that she said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." Maybe I'm sure it's definitely a cultural difference in understanding certain jargons of what she meant. She meant no harm by it, but she was just saying, most black people say that. Unfortunately, a lot of black people say that shit. Especially black women say that they say they rebuke you in the name of Jesus or whatever. That's something that they go to a lot of times. A lot of us black folks say that shit. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. But like I said, it was some type of misunderstanding, in my opinion, in that cultural divide where he took it as a threat. He took that statement of her saying she rebukes him talking about her house catching on fire or boiling water or any type of situation where she's trying to hurt him or he's trying to paint the picture like she could do some type of potential damage to him with this boiling water. She said, "I rebuke that. Like you full of shit. I don't know what you're talking about." Cause like I said, man, hey, I know she was in fear for her life, man. I can read body language. She was nervous, fidgeting around, scared. Shit. Still, like as I said, man, it was a setup. To my opinion, cause why are they so worried about the boiling pot of water? It seems like it was a setup in order to get her a bait and switch, as they say, banana in the tailpipe. It was a setup in order to get her in a scenario and in an environment where it could be a volatile situation where they could fear for their lives, where they could say they fear for their lives. Which is, like I said, the eye in the sky don't lie. The eye in the sky does not lie, man. So all the evidence that was shown, and thank the Lord for body cams, in the implementation of body cams that happened within the past 10 years with law enforcement. So they don't have a "I said so" ability anymore. They don't have the ability to just be the judge, jury, and executioner on these streets anymore. It's a transparency, it's a accountability factor that's involved now with law enforcement. It's a beautiful thing, beautiful thing, man. So, shoot, thank the Lord for that. But and I do feel like tragedies like this will be negated due to these body cams. But it's unfortunate, man. This young lady, like I said, lost her life at the not even young age of 36. She had a son. In my opinion, had a lot of life to look forward to. In my opinion, so it's like I said, as black folks, it's disheartening to see black lives snuffed out, killed, eradicated over petty nonsense. Over petty nonsense, man. And like I said, man, in no way, from a form of fashion, should this situation have ended up with anybody losing their fucking lives. If you watch that video, like it's just straight asinine, man. There's no reason that anybody should have lost their lives off this pure, transaction and conversation. Like, there's no way. Like, as cops, you here to protect and serve. How does this lady end up losing her life? Like, I know she said something about taking meds or something like that too. Like I said, I don't know what her situation is, but just too much conversation with the law enforcement, man, with these fucking pigs was happening in that house, in my opinion. Too much conversation, man. She should have just kept quiet. Like I said, kept them out of her domicile. Do not let no pigs break that seal and come to your fucking house. If you ain't committed no crime, you're the one who called. There's no reason for them to have come in your house. Why are you letting them come into your house? That's my biggest deal. I still to this day don't understand that. I just do not get that shit. I just really do not get it. I really don't get the need to let them into her house. I just did not understand that, man. Like, so. Charge this damn phone up. Well, yeah, man. In America the beautiful, man. A lot of people do not understand. Man, the life, and nor do they care to understand or empathize with the life that a lot of black folks have to live in America. A lot of us, especially the women, man, they're very unprotected, walking on eggshells in this society, man. So it's a wild situation. It's the wild, wild west sometimes. And I'm gonna charger want to go out. Let me see. Try to use this one. I'm a charger want to go out on me. It's all good, man. Where there's a will, there's a way. Hopefully this shit charges more. Man, shit ain't charged. Do. Let's see what's going on. Oh damn! So it's my phone. It ain't the charger. Shit. Don't do me like that. But yeah, man. It's a wild scenario, dude. We all know what's going on out here. We all know the games being played. We all know the situation out here, man. We all know we trapped behind enemy lines. As black folks out here, man, it's a sink or swim out here. Simple as that, sink or swim. And one thing I guarantee, man, we will never get the respect. We'll never get the respect that we are really due as people and American citizens, man. If we don't change how we respect and view ourselves, man, it really always starts with us, in my opinion. We can sit here and be mad as hell to blue in the face about what they do, but until we have checks and balances and situations in our community where we are in some type of order and decency, and have some type of line of, communication, we lost. We are stuck behind enemy lines, acting the perpetrators of madness for help, the perpetrators of evil for help. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, man. How you gonna ask the very people that's keeping you down for justice? How you ask the very people that's kicking you in your ass daily for justice? Make it make sense. These niggas do not have your best interests at heart, and we want to use these people for justice. Come on, man. Come on, dog. TMP, like, share, subscribe. But yeah, man, I'm very put off by shit that's going on in this country, man, lately. It's a lot of distractions. I say, man, it's the perfect opportunity right during elections for some racial shit to kick off. It's the perfect timing, man. The perfect racial powder keg storm of fucking hatred and everything, man. This keep us off kilt, keep us distracted, keep us in our emotions, keep us in our feelings. It's the perfect, like I said, the timing couldn't have been more perfect, man. We got, ex-presidents getting assassination attempts, presidential candidates getting assassination attempts. You know what I'm saying? We got all type of craziness going on in this country. We got, unarmed black women being killed over pots of water in their own house when they call the police for help. So we got senile old Mr. Biden dropping out of the election at the last second. Kamala Harris about to run for president. Man, the country is really it's really a shitstorm. It is really, really a shitstorm in America right now. We're gonna wake up and smell the roses in this motherfucker. It's a shitstorm out here, man. Of tremendous proportions, man. So gotta keep on pushing. But I just found that, like I said, I don't really know what to think, man. I'm real put off with America. I'm put off with American politics. I'm put off with American law enforcement, white supremacy. It's a lot of the shit that this country's founded on, man. A lot of shit we need reform. We need some change to go on. I'm not a defund the police type person, but it's got to be some type of action that happens, man. We cannot allow this shit to go unchecked. Cannot allow this shit to continue. So, like I said, man, I'm not the one to advocate violence in no form or fashion, but I know this officer needs to get somebody. He doesn't need to whoop his ass thoroughly, and he really deserves capital punishment, if you ask me. Nothing short of it. If you feel like you can just unalive somebody like that, there's no use for somebody like that in our society, man. 2024, there's no use for racist people in our society, man. There's no people that's gonna act on their racism. Let me say that. You can be racist all you want, but sit in your shitty ass life and be racist. Once you swerve and use your power and your leverage for some type of evil, you are what's wrong with the society, man. You are the old draconian past drudging it up and showing your ugly ass face in 2024, man, when we're supposed to be a time of progressiveness, wokeness, just a different mindset in 2024, man. We're not supposed to be stuck on racism and race. Like, that's just such a low level type of mindset to have. So, that's just whether subconscious or not, man. This is like this cop had several run-ins and situations. They said this is his third police department. He's had DUIs. So it's just crazy that a person like this would even be allowed to be an officer of the law. They just show you the complexion for the protection in a lot of ways, man. Like, because man, he shouldn't have been in the position where he was in law enforcement. In my position, the dude was deranged. Like, if you look at how he acted, he was cold. You see the video, he's asking the guy if he was okay, and he the one that shot. He's asking the other guy, was he okay? You know what I'm saying? That because he was, how are you the shooter? How are you the one who ended the life? And you're the shooter, and you're asking the other fellow officer if he's okay. That's just a callous, evil person to be, worried about the next man, and you're the one that killed. You don't. So your conscience was clean. You felt no burden, no guilt, no fear, no remorse. He just looked dead. He just looked dead on the inside, like it was straight business. It was just another Tuesday. Ended someone's life just like he just went to the drive-thru at McDonald's and got a Big Mac. You know what I'm saying? That's how cold and calculated he was. It didn't sound, his voice didn't tremble at all. He just like, she's gone, don't get no medical kit. The man really, that's cold-blooded, man. Like, that is cold-blooded, man. He had, like, in all honesty, I don't know what type of life he lived, but he act like he did that before. You know what I'm saying? He's act like he's been there. He act like he's unalived a person with a gun before, like, or maybe he's a hunter, or I don't know. But it seemed like he was real desensitized and numb to ending someone's life. So, man, that's sick, to say the least. Man, we know how these people are, man. These people ain't shit. These colonizers, they ain't shit, man. A lot of these colonizers ain't shit, man. And I say that whatever on your platform. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. It is what it is. I ain't preaching hate, but we know a lot of these colonizers, their mindset is fucked. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these colonizers, they're detached from reality and having emotions like a normal human being has. A lot of these colonizers don't see us as humans. Like I said, they have dehumanized a lot of us, man. They see us as like, I only know jesters. Like, I only know, man, like animals or their pets. They lost their fucking mind. Like, a lot of these people, man, they are lost. Like, these colonizer motherfuckers, man. I'm telling you, it's good ones, but I'm telling you, for the majority, a lot of these colonizers, man, they're lost mentally, detached, emotionally. They really hate themselves. They hate, and they definitely hate us because we're happy. We're a happy bunch of people who find harmony in our degeneracy and our dysfunction. They hate us for being who we are. They hate us for our peace and our our ability to cope with a fucked up situation, a fucked up environment, a traumatized beginning and upbringing and situation in America. And we continue to thrive and push forward and find some type of happiness and culture in this, lost ass society and civilization we're living in, where we're disenfranchised and treated like second-rate citizens, and we still find happiness where they don't. And I feel like that's a lot of reasons why they find hatred in our lives and find reasons to devalue us and dehumanize us, because they're not happy for us being happy with nothing. They think if you take shit from us, you're supposed to be, well, they already see us going, fighting in our fucking world, but we still smile. We got people that stay in and out of incarceration, all type of shit. People that don't really probably have the best income or stable housing situation, but they still find ways to smile. They still find ways to go to court and pick themselves up, keep on pushing and keep on moving. But in my opinion, a lot of these, like I said, a lot of these colonizers, man, they are mad at our happiness. They are mad at our perseverance through dysfunction. You know, we continue to persevere. We continue to fight. You know, we ain't no loser bunch. You know, and that bothers people. You know, like you say, you look at her house. She don't look like she had much. You know, like what? Why the fuck would she want to harm you? Like what? You know, she looked like she lived in a little house, little simple. You know, simple, humble beginnings. Like, and you took that from her. You know, like there's no reason to have been hatred or have any hatred toward this woman. Would it? You know, she was not trying to attack you. She was not trying to harm you. She was just a you know, not a lowly black woman, but just a black woman out here living her simple life. You know, so and you snuffed that out. You know, like it's wild, man. Like it's like they're not happy for our happiness. They're not happy for us not fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? They want to be praised. They're not happy for us being independent and you know what I'm saying, living our simple ass fucking lives. They're not happy for that in no way, form, or fashion. You know, like I said, a lot of people they do not have the same emotions as the rest of us. They're detached emotionally. So that's just my 2 cents on that. Like when you looked at that, look at how the cop talked after he took a life, man. I'm telling you, man. Like he's about to just order, like I said, order a sub from Subway or something, man. It was just order a piece on, like just extra cheese, pepperoni, and stuffed crust. Thank you. 12. I got you. I'll pay cash. Click. Like he wasn't. He didn't sound scared. None of that. You know, like I said, didn't have no none of that. Like I said, he was straight about his business. Straight about his business. He assassinated her. He got her up out of there. Eradicated her. In cold blood, and was, like I said, man, he was, like I said, that's just devilish to me. Downright devilish. And that's what their culture is. If you look at their culture, that's what they are. They're devilish people. They're hate-filled people. They're warmongers. They're people who love to play God. You know, they love to, just like the assassination, they love to set things up. They love to set things up and as if, you know, they are real things. It's a setup. You know, they love to basically, as they say, what's the word for it? Basically scheme and put things into position as if they're true. I call it playing God, and I call America the biggest soap opera in the fucking world. So they love to paint these pictures and these images for propaganda in order to confuse and control and manipulate the American population. Point blank, period. And people fall for that shit every time, man. Like every motherfucking time we fall for that shit. So that's my biggest thing too. These stories, man, they come out at the most opportune time, man, and they only to cause disruption and chaos. That's the only purpose of this shit, to cause destruction, mayhem, chaos. You know, they expect with the Antifa and all this to go crazy, riots in all these cities, and shit very much so may happen. You know, because when shit like this gets out, man, people are not going to be pleased. You know, a lot of people are not going to be pleased, and they really have no power. So the only power they do have is looting and robbing and destruction and destroying property. So in their minds, so and rightfully so, man, and rightfully so. But people should be disgusted about this shit. You know, it shouldn't. Like as I said, it never should have happened, man. It never should have happened, man. And I feel like they came in there with the purpose to end that girl's life. There's no reason for them to have been lingering around after they already found out what was going on. You found out there was no intruder, no burglar. You know, the scene was cleared. Get on with your life. That's what I say. You know, if the scene was cleared, everything was clear. What are you still doing here? What purpose do you serve coming to her house and asking her for her ID and telling her about a boiling pot of water on her fucking stove? Get on with your investigation, get her shit, and get the fuck out of her face. You know what I'm saying? As he said, he was saying, "You're not in trouble. Well, give me your ID and I get out." You should have never been in her house. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. You should have never asked to come to her house, asked her for her personal information and ID, the identity. You should have never did none of that shit. You know, in my opinion, I was just a ploy to get closer to you. You know what I'm saying? Just as cops do. Can I search your car? You know, just type of leading questions like that. It's cops. They know they prying for shit. So shit like that, it was unethical in my opinion for them to come to her house. You know what I'm saying? Like, what purpose does the victim of a person who feels like they're being stalked or somebody's trespassing on their property, what purpose does it serve for you to come into that person's house after you already know that's her house? What purpose did it serve to do all that? Interrogation. Like I said, the girl, she looked nervous. She was in a house coat. She looked nervous. Like, she called you. Why would she want to harm you? Why would she want to throw hot boiling water on you? Like, what purpose would that serve? You're the one who brought attention to the pot of water. So it's just like I said, we all know what it is. We all know the purpose of that whole interaction, in my opinion, was to snuff out her life. And that's why, like I said, as a person, as a black person of color, it's sick. Because they baited her. They baited her, did what they had to do in order to get her to believe, whatever she had to get her to believe to get her to believe to get them to come inside her house. They did it. So it's just sad, man. Like I said, it's very sad, dude. But let's say we can sit here and talk all day about it, or we can hopefully pray for justice. And like I said, man, we gotta. I ain't gonna say do nothing violent, man, but protest, whatever, something. Sit out, sit-ins, take a kneel. Protest. Shit, do something. Don't hold our dollar, hold our money back. Do something. Shit, we can't keep on doing the same old shit and expect a different solution. We gotta hold back some money here. Like, I heard Kamala Harris is getting $80-something million worth of donations in whatever 24 hours. Man, what is she doing? What is her plans for a situation like this in interaction with law enforcement? Man, that's the type of shit we need to be worried about, in my opinion. We need to be leveraging shit like this to try to make sure, like I said, shit like this never transpires again, man. Like, what are we gonna do as people? Point blank, period, man. Because all the rioting and kumbaya and hashtag this, that shit getting old. You know what I'm saying? You got to do actionable shit in order to get any type of results. You got to do actionable shit. Point blank, period. So like nobody owes us shit, man. Like I said, we're lucky. We're lucky that the law is so progressive to the fact that they're not trying to hide this and paint a different picture. Because we all know, I'm sure that's happened plenty of times throughout American history. Plenty of times in American history. So, shit, we here. Got to make a difference while we here, man. We got to stand up, make a difference. See, man, it ain't all about entertainment and being entertained all the damn time, man. This right here is a time of war in certain ways. Man, I mean, the godless has been placed. You know what I'm saying? Like, take fear. It take action against action. But yeah, it's not, like I said, it's not a time to cower, man. It's a great time in America, man. You just gotta, cause shoot, now we're being tested. That's why I said it's a great time in America, man. God's testing us in a lot of ways, man. We gotta figure out how we fight these devils and how we fight against man. In the ways, it's evil for good versus evil. How we fight against evil. How we fight against, these fake Christians. Good versus evil in America. You got to decide what side you're gonna be on. But yeah, I honestly don't. I don't feel like it's a lost cause, man. Personally, I don't feel like we just need to accept things for what they are. That's just me. I think things can definitely improve in this great nation that we live in. Like, we can get things to a better position for sure, man. We can't just lay it down, man. We got to keep on fighting, keep on pushing. Shit. Ain't nothing else to do. Like I said, because it'll be Sonya getting Massey today, and it'll be somebody in your family tomorrow, man. So that's my mindset too. Like, me personally, I don't know how people are so cool, man. I really don't. I mean, that footage was sick, sick, man. TMP, man. But yeah, I'm about to get up out of here. This shit making a damn bench I'm sitting on. But yeah, man. Like I said, it was just situations, man. Choices, man. We got choices in life, man. Life happens. It comes at us at a blur, man. The sister, she didn't deserve any of this shit. I hate it. I hate this whole situation that's happening in America. I hate the racial relations in America, man. I hate there's still people like this that do things like this. It's just sick. So man, well, I ain't about to be on here too long, but yeah, I said I was gonna get back and talk about it, man, and it's basically what I thought it was gonna be a few days ago before the video was released. It's everything they said it would be: cold-blooded killing. Cop was charged with murder one. Hope he's prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Don't let up on his neck. Anybody in prison, I hope somebody body slammed that motherfucker on his neck. Beat his ass down to a pulp. Just enough so he can make it to court date in a wheelchair. But yeah, big ass coward, man. And perfectly, hey, I'm glad. Like I said, I'm glad justice is served. In certain ways. We're waiting on them to see the verdict, but man, murder one is the perfect charge. You can get the death penalty with murder one. It was cold blooded, what you did, calculated, evil. Let's see, man. Let's see what the court system, the Caucasian court system has in store for us as quote unquote justice. Let's see. But yeah, we gotta get some street justice too, man. Straight up, man. You know what the fuck I'm saying too? Get some of that street love, man. Ain't nothing like it. Shit, make them feel some pain too. That's the only way people can actually understand and get a grip of the gravity of the situation, man. It's unfortunate, but sometimes the eye for eye, tooth for a tooth, man. We know it leaves people blind, but hey, maybe the motherfuckers need to be blind. That's what I say. If you're blind, you ain't gonna be doing shit like this. Eye for eye leaves the world blind, but hey, you don't see blind motherfuckers out here killing people in cold blood, being racist, all type of shit like that, because they can't see shit. So, these eyes, man, they port us to the soul, man. Eyes and ears, they port us. Like I said, these eyes port us to the soul, man. So we see a lot of shit is right there, man. We just got to read through the bullshit. Spiritually, man, some just did feel off. When you watch that video, it just felt off. The officers, the energy, the whole interaction with them law enforcement officers, it was just off. Off-putting. The energy was off. You could just tell something was wrong. The whole, if you watch that video, you can tell something was just off. So it didn't really seem like they were in a hurry to leave her alone or leave the site or the scene. If they already did a sweep and walked around the neighborhood and see nobody around, I just did not see the purpose in them sticking around in her house and interrogating her and just making a nervous energy and in a bad environment. I didn't see the purpose of it. That's just me personally. So other than trying to set her up for the kill, you know what I'm saying? Wolf in sheep clothing. So hey, we'll see how justice is served, man, in America, man. Hopefully something comes up, man. But like I said, man, appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Throw your boy some of them subs, man. Throw your boy some donations on that cash app right here. $ Toxic Masculinity POD. And man, we just showing love and keeping it moving, man. 2024, we keep on improving, keep on getting better. Got the laptop, got the microphone check. Yes, sir, man. They can't shut us up, man. We got to keep on prospering, keep on moving. But man, peace, man. Peace and love.